my answer is no. I mean, I know hip hop is based on sampling. Like, I get it, right? Like, I mean, the bridge, how many times do, you know what I mean? Like, so many, you know, we were just looping back then. So, of course, it's based on sampling. Today, though, there are, you know, the chances to exploit your music when hip hop first started were slim to none. Now the day of exploiting your music is TV and film, digital. There's the video game things that are going on. Like the GTA has like all of my friends on it. It's like crazy, you know, like Problem and Glasses Malone and the Futuristics and Khalil on GTA. I'm like, wow. It's like, wow. So it's just so many ways that you can exploit it now. So the freer you are of sampling, the easier it is to get your music played. As soon as you put that sample in there, most publishers don't want to even, at Fox, we didn't even want to deal with you if you had sampled anything.
Wow.
The new thing that a lot of the guys that I've been working with, again, are the 1500 or nothings, and what they do, I would just use them as our main example, is they take samples from other, like, so say you made a drum loop that I like, so then you send me the drum loop. So so you still credit as a sample, but I'm giving you on, like you're saying, here goes my sample. So if you look on a lot of the Futuristics and 1500 nothing songs, you'll know Lupe Fiasco, which they got nominated for a Grammy. It literally says 1500 or nothing and the Futuristics. So what the Futuristics did was take a guitar riff from one of the band members from 1500 or nothing, and they put it in the songs, and then they're sharing the publishing and writing credit for it. So if you have someone that plays an instrument and you hear a sound that you like, then go and kind of, Doc, don't do the interpolation, which is, the same melody. Don't do that part of it, but you can definitely get somebody to play something similar. It also happened on the Kendrick Lamar album. Originally, a lot of the producers that sent over tracks, and they had samples in it. Again, it's what we do. Like it's not if you guys aren't going to leave here today and do it, but if you can find another way to do it. So what TDE did was when it hired a band, and some of the best band players, by the way, but and they went back and replayed some of the stuff. So that's how the album is selling so many copies and getting to so many different avenues, and he's keeping all the money.
Wow. Because
he's hired people as a work for hire, just like he was saying. And so now the work for hire, he just got paid this little $1,500 to pay that guitar riff and get some credit on there, and he don't get he don't get nothing later on, but hope to perform it with them, of course. But you can definitely find ways of getting around that sample. The less sample, the easier it is for it to get outside of your house or your studio or wherever you're recording.
Two things to say about samples. First one, never sample a recorded music. That's just, like she was saying, interpolate, replay everything, because dealing with the labels is just hell. I mean, you're never going to get a good price from a label. You're never going to get a fast clearance from a label. They're just...
And they're going to take all your money.
And they're going to say, okay, I want 100% of publishing, I mean, and what can you do once your record's ready to go? So that's just key number one. You can always replay something. You can always re-sing something. So that's the second thing. I usually have a lot of producers just sample. They get things pre-cleared, or they talk to the publishers that own and maybe give them a catalog that they can sample from. They deal with that up front beforehand. So, and another thing, like a lot of catalogs, a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of catalogs are going back to the owners, the original writers. There's a copyright termination law that just took effect. It was enacted in 78, but it took 35 years before it was actually coming into law. So a lot of these big catalogs are going back to the owners. Victor Willis from the Village People just got his YMCA back.
Wow.
Now he owns that. A lot of these people, you can go to them and say, okay, I want to do a sample deal with you. I want to sample. I want to do it. And it's so much easier to deal with an individual who owns a catalog, because they're looking for ways to exploit their music. As things progress, like we're up to 1980 right now. So anything made in 1980, it can potentially be taken back in 2014. I think it is. So we're getting into the hip hop era. We're getting into all those tracks that were the base of hip hop. So pretty soon, a lot of those original writers are going to own those catalogs. You're going to be able to sample that kind of stuff.
It's about time.
So yeah, it is about time. But they're trying to fight it, of course. You know, of course, the label.
I would too. You want the Run DMC records? No. As the as the copyright owner, I wouldn't want to give some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Here, let me sign over my 30 years of life. I just got this house off of this.
They gave them horrible deals back then, and now they want to renege on it and say, "Oh, we meant 45 years." You know, they're trying to do something like that. But my point is, get pre-cleared or some kind of correspondence with the things that you want to sample first. That way, you can make sure you can get all the rights. You're not just going out pulling a sample off the shelf and then going out and trying to clear it, because that's going to take a lot of money. The thing that they usually try to do, I worked for Master P. We sampled everything. I mean, there was like 10 samples in one song almost sometimes. So there was a Blondie song we tried to sample, but it had some like real rough lyrics, and Blondie's people are just like, sure, we'll give you the sample if you pay us $40,000 up front.
Yeah.
I mean that's how they kind of make you unable to sample their stuff, because they'll set the price high, or they'll just put restrictions on you. So just go to those catalogs that are friendly and want to get their music out there.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder does a lot of this too. So the Gangster's Paradise, remember the other songs? He took 70% of the royalties.
Wow.
Now True is sold like 200 million. I mean, it's like a multi-platinum around the world. Like, I mean, it's like the country is in like 40-some countries, and so like 5-10 million. Like the numbers are definitely like crazy. However, he took 70% of the royalties.